here are your headlines for Tuesday, July 17. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu says promises made to our indigenous communities were kept. Public Health Minister Waldo Lawrence sets record straight on the award of a 2017 contract for medical supplies. Immigration and passport offices coming to Bartica and Letham. GRA has a new high-tech container scanner that will detect illicit drugs and other illegal items. Government is not budging on the Berbice Bridge toll. There will be no increase, says Minister David Patterson, and state-of-the-art safety protocols for the Gold Board's new office in Albertown. And now for the details. We start this evening with news that Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu has said that claims that the government has broken a number of promises made to indigenous peoples are not true. Here's more.
I don't see this as a question of making or breaking promises. I see this as a process. I see this as working in collaboration with various agencies and levels of governance to be able to produce a better life for our people.
Prime Minister Nagamutu described that land titling is an ongoing issue and noted that some titles will be distributed soon. Prime Minister Nagamutu also described the Commission of Inquiry into Land as very important.
One has to take things within a context that it's not an attempt to, say, deprive indigenous peoples of communal land, but as part and parcel of a national effort to do a land inventory so that we can have better utilization of land resources.
So far, 13 communities have applied for absolute grants for the first time. Out of that amount, 7 have received approval and 6 demarcated. Out of 23 communities, 14 have been issued with certificates of title. The Amerindian Land Title Project seeks to achieve 3 major goals: completion of land title issues and demarcation process for all Amerindian villages that submitted requests, increased use of existing and alternative mechanisms to resolve land titling disputes, and thirdly, a communication strategy including a handbook describing the process of titling, demarcation, and social economic impact of secured land tenure. Gabriela Patram for InfoHub.
Public Health Minister Waldo Lawrence has set the record straight on what she calls mischievous and inaccurate reports in the media related to an August 2017 contract. Minister Lawrence said that all procedures were properly followed in the award of the contract to HDM Labs Incorporated. 6 companies initially bid, but the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board found that none of the companies met the criteria and they were all asked to resubmit bids. Only HDM Labs resubmitted, and NPTAB did the requisite evaluations and recommended that the contract be awarded. Minister Lawrence said she will deliver a full statement on the matter in the National Assembly on Thursday. Go to our website for the full statement from the Ministry of Public Health. Immigration and passport offices are coming to Bartica and Letham. Seneca Thorne got the details from Minister of Citizenship, Winston Felix.
I have gotten the land for Bartica, just somewhere by 11th Avenue or 7th Avenue. I think it's 7th Avenue. Somewhere around there, I have the land. I'm getting the documentation in order now. Last month, before the last, I was in Letham, and I got land in Letham.
Passport and immigration offices are currently under construction at Linden Region 10 and New Amsterdam Region 6. Minister Felix said that sites in Essequibo Region 2 and Mabruma in Region 1 are being considered. Minister Felix explained that efforts are being made to ensure all persons, regardless of their location, are registered at birth.
My other ambition is to see the outreaches, not just finding persons who don't have a birth certificate and having that document checked for, prepared, and returned. But I would like offices to be delivering the birth certificates.
These initiatives are part of government's effort to decentralize the services offered by the Central Immigration Office and the Guyana Registrar Office. Seneca Thorne, InfoHub.
There will be no increase. Public Infrastructure Minister David Patterson says government will not budge on the Berbice Bridge tolls. More in this report.
Government position remains the same. That we do think that the cost for the proposed cost by the Berbice Bridge is way in excess. And will be brought some to the citizens of Berbice in Region 5 and Region 6, and it will not at this time at all, or at any time contemplating raising the tolls to those sort of levels, the 300%. We'd obviously would continue engaging the Berbice Bridge for alternative solutions, save and accept, passing it on to the consumers. We are not considering bailouts or subsidies.
The Berbice River Bridge was badly conceptualized and doomed to fail in the first place, added Attorney-at-Law Nigel Hughes.
The Berbice Bridge is a financial disaster. From the time it started, it was a financial disaster. The numbers never added up. They still don't add up. They want to carry the fares up. It becomes a political issue. But the reality for us in Guyana is that if we had run the economics, done the numbers, the first thing, the bridge wouldn't be located where it is. It would be located down the river where it was narrower and more feasible. And if we really ran the numbers, we would end up with a bridge that made more sense, a permanent, fixed-span bridge rather than a floating bridge.
Both Minister Patterson and Attorney-at-Law Hughes were at the National Tushaus Council's 12th Annual Conference being hosted at the Artichon Convention Center under the theme, Preserving Our Past, Protecting Our Future. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Thanks for staying with us. GRA and the National Industrial Corporation have a new high-tech container scanner which will be able to detect illegal drugs and other illegal items. Anara Khan has this report.
The scanning facility is the first of its kind in Guyana and was a gift from the People's Republic of China. Guyana Revenue Authority Commissioner General Godfrey Stacia said it comes at a crucial time for Guyana.
Many countries to which Guyana exports require scanning at source, and Guyana was in danger of losing these markets for lack thereof because of our failure of meeting certain international trade guidelines for trade facilitation.
Stacia stressed that the new scanning facility will not only reduce the time and cost of trade transaction, but will also aid in increasing the collection of revenues. Minister of Finance Winston Jordan described the facility as a crucial cog in the fight against money laundering, drug trade, and other illegal activities.
As it has shown and borne out, if you do check barrels more than just spot check, you'll be amazed to see what comes into this country via the barrel, including guns. So this scanner, by scanning the goods, you'll be able to detect illegal exports and other kinds of exports that are not supposed to be leaving this country.
An additional relocatable scanner is expected to arrive before the end of this year and will be housed at the same facility. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
Tiffany Rogers tells us that the Guyana Gold Board is assuring that the highest safety measures are in place for operations at its new facility.
The Guyana Gold Board is now operating out of Crown Street. General Manager Andreen Thompson says the board has acquired new equipment to ensure burning of gold is safely done.
We have sourced an equipment, that's the mercury control equipment. It has been vetted by the PAHO WHO experts who were here.
The new facility is currently being retrofitted to ensure the burning room meets occupational health and safety standard. Thompson said the strictest safety protocols will be followed.
I am very confident that this will work because the daily checks will be in place, the equipment to ensure that even if there is any emission, it will give the indication and we will immediately stop burning.
Live testing of the equipment is being done during the course of this week. The Gold Board seized burning gold at its Brick Dam complex following higher than expected mercury emissions. The site has been successfully cleaned up. Thompson says the Gold Board has been meeting with residents around the new facility to personally give assurances.
I will never ever want any mercury emission to be affecting this community. I will never. As much as I am for the country not losing foreign exchange, because you would realize that Guyana Gold Board is one of the major foreign exchange earners in Guyana. So I would like to preserve that and make it more advancing, but not at the expense of anyone's health.
The GGB will continue to utilize the services of one of its dealers in the burning of gold until the new facility comes online. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Government continues its push in the technical and vocational sector. The Ministry of Education hosted a leadership retreat for senior staff. Stefan Gabriel has the details.
Marcel Hudson highlighted the importance of technical and vocational education in Guyana.
TVET is the driving engine of any society that is going to be productive and effective. Technical and vocational education is always at the front burner because technical and vocational education offers some distinct advantages to the society.
He encouraged the 50 heads of TVET post-secondary institutions to take the workshop seriously.
We really want to make a concerted effort to transform this education sector. And we could only do it with people who are diligent and the people who want to see change. And so this workshop must never be viewed as another session where we come and we listen to people and we leave the session without being impacted in a positive way and also being capable of impacting the people that we lead.
The participants were thankful for the retreat and shared what they expect.
I'm expecting to be informed, educated on all there is to offer so I can move my school along with my students to the next level.
I know I will grasp a lot, gain a lot, and I could take it back to my institution and develop the institution more with all the knowledge that I gained from this workshop.
The retreat comes under the theme promoting operational excellence through the development of next-generation leaders in TVET to boost national competitiveness. It aims to identify a group of persons to be a part of a leadership pool for each post-secondary TVET institution for the next 15 years. The event began on the 16th and will end on the 20th of July. Reporting from Lake Mainstay Resort with videographer Leon Leung, this is Stefan Gabriel for InfoHub.
Two of Guyana's top young female chess players will feature in the Central American and Caribbean Women's Chess Championship. Here's our final report from Isaiah Braffett.
Guyana will be represented by 14-year-old Sasha Sharif and 12-year-old Chelsea Juma. This marks the first time females will represent this country at the event, which starts July 27 and ends on August 3rd. Both young ladies recently represented Guyana at the Caribbean Chess Championship in Suriname. Sharif will also represent Guyana at the Chess Olympiad in Georgia in September.
I think my chances are greater at this tournament because in Suriname, it was my first time playing out of the country and not in school. So it was kind of hard back then because I was still kind of like a beginner. So I think my chances are greater it's going to be greater in Barbados.
Juma is also confident of doing well since he has been training almost every day.
I'm very excited actually because I've had very good learning experience with the past tournaments, locally and out of country. So I think I have greater chances with this one that's coming up now. I've been training almost every day. Even if I'm not training with my coach, I'm training at home.
National chess coach Wendell Musa said that he has been working with the young ladies for about 2 months, preparing them for the competition.
Days after days, they've been solving numerous puzzles. We've been working on our opening, middle game, and end game, trying to make them overall strong.
While the young ladies are young in the chess game, Musa said that they have demonstrated rapid growth and is confident that they will do well in the tournament. Isaiah Braffett, InfoHub.
We leave you with your bridge and weather reports and scenes from the NTC conference. Goodbye.